glows with a light that no product can produce. The stress lifts, the years seem lighter, and barakah fills your time, your presence, and even your appearance. So stay with us until the end as we uncover these beautiful reminders. You may discover that your youthful look is not about your skin at all, but about the purity of your iman. 1. You stay away from sin. There is something deeply powerful about a person who lives with a clean heart and stays away from sin. In the world we live in today, temptations are all around us. Wrong actions are not only easy to fall into, but sometimes they are even celebrated. Yet, those who resist, who hold themselves back for the sake of Allah, carry something special within them, a purity that reflects on their face, their character, and even their youthfulness. Avoiding sin is more than just about obeying rules. It is about protecting your soul. When a person stays away from haram, their heart remains light. They don't carry the heavy burden of guilt and regret. When the heart is clean, the mind becomes peaceful, and when there is peace inside, it begins to appear outside too. The stress that usually leaves lines on the face starts to fade. The worry that steals sleep and health disappears. A calm heart brings restful nights, and restful nights bring back your natural glow. You may have noticed people who are constantly chasing sinful pleasures. They often look tired even after having fun. Their laughter is loud, but their eyes are empty. Their faces show the weight they carry. That is because sin drains a person. It takes their energy, their time, and their peace. It leaves them with a face that reflects inner exhaustion, even if they wear a smile. But those who fear Allah and avoid sin, even in secret, are gifted in a way the world cannot explain. Allah honors them with inner light, a nur that touches their skin, eyes, and presence. They walk with grace, not because of wealth or beauty, but because their hearts are connected to the most merciful. But staying away from sin doesn't mean you are perfect. It means you care. It means you are always trying to improve, always asking for forgiveness, and always watching over your own actions. And that awareness, that humility, shapes a character that is rare and beautiful. People are drawn to such individuals. They may not even know why, but it's the barakah of a clean soul. And among the blessings of that barakah is a youthful appearance. Because peace preserves what stress destroys. Avoiding sin also brings you closer to Allah. And what better company can there be than the one who loves you the most? When you live for Allah, He takes care of your life in ways you don't even see. He protects your heart from breaking too hard. He guards your mind from drowning in darkness. He lifts you up when the world tries to pull you down. And all of this care leaves traces, not just in your soul, but also in your body. So if people tell you that you look younger than your age, perhaps it's because you're not just taking care of your body, you're guarding your soul. You're living in obedience, and that obedience is protecting you in ways you never imagined. A clean life is not just about doing less wrong, it's about living more right. And that kind of living is forever refreshing. 2. You guard your tongue. There is something very special about a person who knows how to control their words. In a world full of noise, arguments, and endless talking, staying silent when needed and speaking only what is kind is a rare quality. Islam teaches us that the tongue is one of the most powerful parts of the human body. With just a few words, you can either build someone up or break them down completely. And when you choose to use your tongue wisely, you not only protect others, you protect yourself too. People who speak too much without thinking often end up hurting others. They backbite, lie, spread rumors, and joke in harmful ways. And what happens in the process is not only the destruction of someone's peace, but also the loss of their own peace. Words spoken in anger or jealousy leave marks on the heart and mind. Over time, this inner stress begins to show on the outside. Wrinkles of guilt, dark circles of regret, and expressions of restlessness become common. All of this adds to premature aging. But those who guard their tongue, who pause before speaking, who ask themselves, will Allah be pleased with this word? Such people carry peace within them, and peace is beauty. They don't argue over small matters. They don't waste time talking badly about others. They use their tongue to remember Allah, give advice, encourage goodness, and say kind words that heal hearts. This kind of speech brings blessing, not just in relationships and reputation, but also in your face. Yes, the effect of your words shows on your face. People who speak kindly always seem calmer and more joyful. Their smile is natural. Their eyes are gentle, their presence is comforting, and all of this makes them appear younger and more graceful no matter their age. Even silence, when done with wisdom, is powerful. When you choose not to respond to hate, not to engage in gossip, and not to argue unnecessarily, you save yourself from emotional damage. That calmness keeps your heart soft and your appearance fresh. While others are exhausting themselves in endless debates and discussions, you are gaining strength in quietness and patience. People often overlook the power of the tongue, but the one who guards it becomes wise, and wisdom brings peace. That peace lowers your stress, strengthens your heart, and lightens your soul. It also protects you from emotional harm. And emotional harm often becomes physical harm. So if you have been told that you look younger than your age, maybe it's because you've learned to guard your words. You don't let anger control your tongue. You don't let jealousy guide your speech. And you don't let the noise of the world make you forget the silence of the soul. A tongue that is silent in evil and active in goodness brings beauty to the face. And in the sight of Allah, that beauty is even more valuable than what the world sees. So keep guarding your speech, because your words shape your world, your character, and yes, even your appearance. 3. You pray regularly. There is something deeply beautiful about a person who turns to Allah 5 times a day. The act of prayer is not just a religious obligation, it is a source of spiritual energy, emotional healing, and even physical strength. When you pray regularly, you're not only connecting with your Creator, but you're also giving rest to your mind and body. That spiritual discipline creates a glow in your life, one that can be seen on your face, in your eyes, and in your behavior. And often that glow makes people say, "You look so young," without even knowing the reason. Regular prayer brings routine to your day, and that routine brings balance. While others are racing through life, chasing the world, struggling with stress, and complaining of tiredness, the one who prays stops 5 times a day to breathe, to reflect, and to remember Allah. That pause refreshes the heart, and when the heart is refreshed, the body follows. When you pray regularly, you're washing your body and soul. Wuzu itself has healing power. Water touches your face, your hands, your feet, washing away not just dirt, but the burdens of the day. Also, when a person prays with focus and humility, their mind slows down. Worries take a back seat. The heart becomes calm. The act of sujood, placing your forehead on the ground, is not just a form of worship, it's also a release. In that moment, you let go of your ego, your stress, your confusion. You speak to the one who already knows your pain. And when you rise from that sujood, you feel lighter. That lightness shows in your walk, your talk, and your overall presence. People who pray regularly often age slower emotionally. Why? Because they are always connected to the source of peace. They know where to turn when life gets hard. They don't carry their sadness alone. And because of that, they recover faster. They don't break easily. They heal better. And healing is deeply connected to staying youthful. A heart that is always in remembrance cannot be aged by sorrow. Prayer also builds discipline. When you pray 5 times a day, every day, no matter how tired or busy you are, you build strength inside yourself. You become a person of commitment. And committed people don't waste energy on things that don't matter. They know how to protect their time, their sleep, their emotions. That protection adds to your health. And when your health is strong, your face stays youthful and bright. So if people tell you that you look younger than your age, maybe it's because you are standing in front of Allah 5 times a day. You are bowing in humility, rising in faith, and living with purpose. And Allah is blessing you with peace that the world can see on your skin and in your smile. Keep praying. Never leave it, because prayer doesn't just save your hereafter, it saves your present life too. It keeps your heart alive, and a living heart is the secret to looking and feeling young. 4. You smile often. One of the most powerful ways to brighten your face and your soul is by smiling. A genuine smile, especially when it comes from a peaceful heart, carries a light that no makeup or beauty product can match. In Islam, even smiling is an act of charity. It's not just a habit, it's a reflection of your inner peace, your contentment with life, and your trust in Allah. And when your heart is light, your face shines, making you appear younger and more full of life, even as the years pass. Smiling is not about faking happiness, it is about choosing positivity. Life is full of challenges, hardships, and moments that could easily steal your joy. But when a believer decides to respond with a smile, they are not ignoring the pain, they are rising above it. They are showing the world that faith gives them the strength to remain kind, even when things aren't perfect. That kind of strength brings a freshness to your soul, which then shows on your face. Smiling releases stress. Scientists have found that when you smile, even if it's a small one, your brain sends signals that reduce stress hormones and release feel-good chemicals. But long before science, Islam already taught us the value of a smile. A person who smiles often is easy to be around. People feel safe with them. Their presence becomes peaceful, and their words feel healing. That emotional connection makes a person appear younger, more approachable, and more pleasant. A serious face all the time builds tension in the muscles, making the features look tired and older. But a smiling face relaxes the skin, keeps the expression soft, and makes you look full of energy. Also, when you smile sincerely, it reflects that your heart holds no hatred, jealousy, or bitterness. Those who carry grudges often wear them on their faces. You can see the tightness, the frowns, and the sharpness in their expressions. But those who let go, who forgive, who look at others with love, are gifted with a natural glow that no one can buy or copy. That glow is the light of a heart free from the darkness of negativity. There is also a deep reward in simply bringing joy to others. When you smile at someone, you may be giving them hope on a day when they needed it most. You may be lifting their mood without even knowing it. And when you make others feel good, Allah rewards you in unexpected ways. Among those rewards is barakah in your health, happiness in your heart, and youthfulness in your appearance. 5. You avoid jealousy. Jealousy is one of the most harmful feelings a person can carry in their heart. It burns slowly but deeply, and over time it steals away peace, joy, and even health. A jealous heart is always unsettled, always watching others, always asking, why not me? But when you let go of jealousy, when you choose to trust Allah's plan and celebrate others without comparing, your heart becomes free, and that freedom shows on your face. Avoiding jealousy is one of the hidden secrets behind looking youthful and feeling calm in a world full of competition. Jealousy creates pressure inside a person. It makes the heart heavy. It clouds the mind with constant thoughts of what others have and what you don't. It pushes you into sadness without reason. And sadness, when it stays too long, begins to leave marks on your body. It steals your sleep. It tenses your muscles. It brings anxiety and frustration. Slowly you begin to look tired and older, not because of your age, but because of the battles you're fighting within. But those who avoid jealousy are free from all of that. They live with contentment. They understand that what Allah has given others was never meant to be theirs, and what is written for them will reach them at the right time, in the right way. That trust brings peace, and peace brings lightness to the soul and softness to the face. You can see it in their expressions: calm eyes, gentle smiles, relaxed features. People often say, there's something youthful about you, but what they are really noticing is a heart that is not weighed down by envy. When you choose to admire others instead of envying them, you begin to live with gratitude. You see your blessings clearly, and you stop chasing what is in other people's hands. That kind of thinking removes stress. You no longer feel like you're running a race, you're walking your own path at your own pace. And this kind of life protects you from emotional exhaustion. It keeps your heart pure, and a pure heart is the foundation of lasting youth. Also, jealousy damages relationships. It turns smiles into forced conversations. It makes you suspicious and bitter. But when you avoid jealousy, you become sincere in your love for others. You cheer for them, you make dua for them, and your heart becomes filled with light. That light is visible in your behavior and even in your appearance. People feel good around you because your presence is not toxic, and the blessing of a clean heart is beauty that never fades. 6. You forgive easily. Forgiveness is not always easy, but it is powerful. It has the ability to heal wounds, free the heart, and bring peace to the soul. And in ways we often don't realize, forgiveness also protects our physical and emotional well-being. When you hold on to anger, grudges, or hurt, it starts to show on your face and in your body. But when you let go, when you forgive with sincerity, something amazing happens. You become lighter, and that lightness reflects in your appearance, making you seem younger, calmer, and more at peace. A person who forgives easily doesn't carry around the weight of old pain. They don't waste their energy thinking about who hurt them and why. Instead, they hand their pain over to Allah and move forward with grace. That emotional freedom is a blessing. It protects them from the poison of bitterness. Bitterness ages the soul. It darkens the heart and tightens the face. But forgiveness softens the heart. It brings peace to the eyes. It relaxes the body. It makes you glow from within. When someone wrongs you, your first reaction may be to fight back, hold on to the pain, or seek revenge. But Islam teaches us something greater. It teaches us to forgive for the sake of Allah, to rise above our ego, to choose mercy over anger. And when you do that, Allah honors you in ways no one else can. He fills your life with blessings, protects you from stress, and makes your heart content. That contentment is the reason some people look youthful even after many hardships. They've learned to forgive and let go, and in doing so, they've protected their inner peace. People who forgive easily smile more, stress less, and love deeper. They're not constantly reliving painful memories. They are present. They are focused on the good. And that mindset keeps them youthful. Their faces are not hardened by years of anger. Instead, they look calm, approachable, and kind. Qualities that make them look much younger than their age. Keep forgiving, not because others always deserve it, but because you deserve peace. Because you deserve the beauty of a heart that is not chained by hate. And because forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. A gift that protects your soul and preserves your youth. 7. You trust Allah. Trusting Allah is one of the most powerful things a believer can do. It brings peace to your soul, calmness to your heart, and strength to your mind. When you truly trust Allah, You don't carry the heavy burden of fear, anxiety, or worry. You walk through life knowing that Allah is taking care of you, guiding your steps, and protecting your future. And that inner peace, that calm energy, is often what makes a person look younger than their age. Because stress ages a person, but trust revives them. Kamadi. The world today is full of pressure. Everyone is rushing. Everyone is chasing something. People lose sleep worrying about money, health, relationships, and success. But the one who puts their full trust in Allah and the fastest a different kind of heart. They sleep peacefully. They wake up with hope. They face their problems with courage, not because the problems are small, but because they know their Lord is greater than any problem. This kind of peace cannot be bought. It can't be faked. It comes from a deep place of faith. Spending time together, less, lighter, and less deep. Allah also means letting go of what you cannot control. So many people age before their time because they try to carry the weight of everything. They try to fix every problem, control every outcome, and plan every detail. But the one who trusts Allah knows that their job is to try and Allah's job is to decide. That surrender brings peace. It makes life lighter. And it shows in the way a person walks, talks, and looks. There's a rare kind of beauty that shines from someone who truly believes everything will be okay, even when the world around them feels like it's falling apart. Their strength doesn't come from having control over life's storms, but from placing full trust in their Creator. Their heart carries a quiet certainty, not in their own power, but in Allah's wisdom. They may not know the reason behind every hardship, but deep down, they trust that Allah's plan is always better. And that trust becomes their armor against despair. You can see it on their face, a light of hope, a calm gaze, a presence that soothes without speaking. People are drawn to them, not for their looks, but for the peace they carry. It's a kind of beauty that no product can give, a beauty that only Iman can create. So continue trusting in Allah. Trust Him in your struggles, trust Him in your silence, trust Him when the path ahead is unclear. Because the one who relies on Allah is never truly lost. They are always under His care, always being guided, always surrounded by a light that grows from within, a light born